idea of being a institution that creates great citizens for the world is what we are all working towards. I think in today's day and age it's become almost a requirement that we do public service, and it can't be a career only. It has to be part of what we do in our lives.
It's the same sense as liberty, it's freedom.
It means that you know how to argue and understand arguments which are based on rhetoric and not just data.
Developing leadership skills, mediating reflection. So all those things that can be done obviously in the classroom and can be done in an academic context, but are also done in the community context. And I think that's the most essential thing for me.
Collaboration coming in multiple ways. I think the thoughtfulness with which we can create the 4-year experience for our kids is going to be very important, and it's going to be driven by a lot of your experiences.
What you're teaching and how and where your requirements are, what you're asking students to do, that better be your mission.
The Carleton method is feedback.
When I'm teaching a student or teaching a group of students, the goal is not to get them to be like me or to know what I know, but that, again, I'm trying to think about the growth of a young person into someone who's capable of making all kinds of decisions for themselves.
Exams are not only about you ran the race and how fast did you run it, but where are you? What muscles can I help build? You know, which part of your brain needs most development?
The first jobs that we get are not our last jobs. That's especially true for our students. And they can expect over the course of their lifetimes to be doing many different things and to be expected to take on all kinds of different responsibilities and to have to constantly learn new skills.
What is important is, as George already pointed out, are the skills, and the skills are transferable. They're transferable from hopefully classroom to the real world, between the disciplines and between majors. So major is, something that captured you at that point in time, but it shouldn't imprison you in a way.
Transforming the mind, not learning 55 equations or reading 18 books. Google knows everything, so in terms of content, but who puts it together? How do you analyze evidence? How do you solve problems? How do you learn to learn?
Students will be very well taken care of. They will interact with their professors often in a very meaningful way.
This is something we've heard, as I said, in the United States for a long time, and I think Indian families will hear this as well, that these are skills that employers desire. This is a form of education that's very attractive.
That they will interact with each other in a meaningful way, and that they will meet peers that often are their peers and colleagues and supporters throughout life.
I think Ashoka is a very exciting possibility and a vision of what education can be.
Something really good about globalization is that we can work together and that we can learn it from each other, and this is what I hope for Ashoka and Carleton, that we can learn from each other.
In the United States, we're not at the point where we can reinvent institutions in quite this way. We simply worry about them disappearing.
So I think in a lot of what we see and what we hear, we just find an automatic fit, and we believe, this is the kind of institution we could create, or we could borrow a lot of things which we already do and help us create an institution that we want to.
You have this immense opportunity to create something new here, and that's really exciting to be a part of.